Hi, third graders. I hope you had a fabulous Christmas and New Year's break. I hope you're able to get rested and refreshed, and then you're ready to begin the new year, 2021, ready to go, and you're ready to work hard and to keep your focus and make sure that you are staying on task and working on what you're supposed to be working on. I'm excited to be back to be doing this, continuing to work with you, and we are on our new module for math. We're on module 6. You should have those at home. I sent them home, or if you didn't get them, if you don't get food delivered, then you should have picked them up in the office. So make sure you pick those up in the office if you haven't picked it up already, so that way you can do this lesson, because you're not going to be able to do this lesson unless you have those papers in front of you. So make sure you have those papers, so that way you can keep following along with me. So we're going to start on page 137. It's module 6, understand division. We're actually not going to do the very first page, but I'll show you, and we're going to go to the getting ready page. So I'm going to get my camera ready. Hope you have a pencil or a writing utensil and your papers in front of you, so you're ready to follow along. All right, here we go. So we're a little blurry, so let me get us focused here. Okay, so we're not going to do this first page. We're actually going to get right into the lesson. So we're not going to do the are you ready either. We're going to jump right into represent division, so that way we can get right on task and focus right on our first lesson in this module 6. So we've been doing a lot with multiplication, and we know that multiplication and division go hand in hand. So we're going to be able to break apart our numbers using division. So we're going to be able to use the information in a division problem to find the number of groups or the number in each group. So when we multiply, we have the number of groups and we have the number in each group, and then we put those together, right? So when we're dividing, we're going to have our total, and we're either going to have our number of groups or our number in each group, and we have to find the other one. So with division, it's very similar to subtraction, right? Subtraction, you have your total, and you have to take one part away to find the other part, because subtraction and addition go hand in hand. Division and multiplication go hand in hand. You're going to have a total and a piece, and you need to find the other piece when you're doing your division. So let's see how that works. So Taryn works at a comic book store. She wants to put 24 comic books on display. She wants to make equal groups. How many equal groups can Taryn make? How many comic books are in each group? So first, let's look back and see what information we're talking about. We know that she has 24 comic books. So that's her total. 24 comic books is how many she has all together. And she wants to make equal groups. So how many equal groups could Taryn make? Well, let's start with figuring out what numbers multiply together to equal 24. What do we know about 24? And do we know any numbers that multiply together to equal 24? Well, I know that 2 times 12 equals 24. So she could have 2 groups of 12 to equal 24. I know that 4 times 6 equals 24. So she could have 4 groups of 6, and that would equal 24. I know that 3 times 8 equals 24. So we could have 3 groups of 8, and that would be 24. I could also do 12 groups of 2 to equal 24. I could do 6 groups of 4 to equal 24, or I could do 8 groups of 3 to equal 24. So how does this relate to division? Well, we would just take our total divide it by one of our pieces, so 24 divided by 12, and that's going to equal 2. If I have 24 and I divide it by 6, that's going to equal 4. If I have 24 divided by 8, that will equal 3. 24 divided by 2 equals 12. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. And 24 divided by 3 equals 8. Notice I'm always going to start with my total, and then when I divide one of my groups, either the number of groups or the number in each group, I'm going to get the other amount. So how can I show this with a picture? Well, why don't we take our 24 divided by 6 equals 4. So if I were to have 6 groups, and I need to divide 24 up into those 6 groups, it would look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There's my 24. There's my total of 24. So I have 4 in each group of 6. So 24 divided by 6 equals 4. So this could be any of these, right? But we chose to do the 24 divided by 6 equals 4. So Taryn can make 6 equal groups with 4 comic books in each group. And we could have done it with any of these other amounts, correct? We just chose the 6 groups with 4 in each group. But you could have done it with any of the other ones. Alrighty, so let's go to our next page. So now we are on page 140. Kent is making comic strips to give away at a comic book fair. He has a roll of paper that is 18 inches long. Kent draws comic strips that are each 3 inches long. How many comic strips does Kent draw? So we know, what information do we know? The information we know is that his roll of paper is a total of 18 inches long. So that's how much paper he has altogether. He doesn't have any more or any less. That's how much paper he has. And he wants to draw comic strips that are each 3 inches long. So our problem for this one is 18 divided by 3 equals what? Well, let's see. We're going to do groups of 3, or we're going to do 3 groups, I mean. So here's 1 group, here's 2 groups, and here's 3 groups. And we want to see how many are going to be in each group. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he could do 6 comic strips on his 18-inch long paper because each comic strip will be 3 inches long. So first, we were finding the number of groups. And he's able to draw 6 comic strips. Oops, sorry. I'm writing and you can't even see what I wrote. I apologize. So we are finding the number of groups, and there were 6 comic strips. Sorry about that. Okay, are we ready for the next page? So we've got some baseball cards. Some friends want to equally share these baseball cards. There are 5 friends. How many baseball cards does each friend get? Well, we need to figure out first, how many total baseball cards are there? Well, let's count them. It doesn't tell us in the problem, right? So we have to count the baseball cards in this picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there are 20 total baseball cards, and we are dividing it by how many friends? 5 friends. So 20 divided by 5. So how many baseball cards are there? There are 20 baseball cards. So now, are we finding the number in each group or the number of groups? Well, we know there are 5 friends, and we want to figure out how many each friend gets. So we're finding the number in each group. So how are we going to go about doing that? Well, we need to represent our 5 friends. Here's each friend, right? And I need to figure out how many each friend is going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Remember, my total cards were 20, and I have 5 friends. So how many is each friend going to get? Each friend is going to get 4. So how many baseball cards does each friend get? 4 baseball cards. I've got my label. So each friend will get 4 baseball cards. So 20 divided by 5 equals 4. So let's do some check for understanding. Sally cuts a roll of paper into 4-inch long strips. The paper is 16 inches long. How many strips does Sally cut? So we know the total of the paper. That's 16 inches. And there are 4-inch long strips. Each strip is 4 inches. So we've got a total of 16, right? This whole thing is going to be 16. And she wants to do it in 4 groups of 4. So if I've got 4 inches here, 4 inches here, so how many total is that? 8. Another 4 inches. That's 12. 16. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So she cuts 4 strips of paper. Because the whole thing, right, is 16. Another way you could represent it is, we know there are 4, right? And then we need to break apart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we look inside and there are 4. So it's the same thing, right? I just represented it in 2 different ways. I want to show you there are multiple ways to represent these problems. So that way if you solve it in a different way, that's okay. Just as long as you're able to figure out how to solve it, that's the best thing. All right, our last page, 142. This is the on your own section, remember. So if you want to work independently, you can, and then come back and check your answers, or just stay right with me. So Omar uses 36 craft sticks to make drink coasters. Each coaster has the same number of craft sticks. He makes 4 drink coasters. How many craft sticks does Omar use to make each coaster? So we know he has how many craft sticks to start with? He has 36 craft sticks. He makes 4 coasters. We need to figure out how many sticks are in each coaster. So we know there's 1, 2, 3. There's our 4 coasters, right? We need to figure out how we can divide those 36 sticks up evenly within the 4 coasters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. There's our 36th one. So how many are in each coaster? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 craft sticks for each coaster. So that tells us that 36 divided by 4 equals 9. Alrighty. Kiko makes string bracelets. She has a string that is 56 inches long. Each bracelet is 8 inches long. How many bracelets does Kiko make? Well, her total string is 56 inches long. Each bracelet she makes is going to be 8 inches long. So our division problem is 56 divided by 8, right? We are going to take our 56 and we're going to divide it into 8-inch long sections. Okay? So, how many 8-inch long sections will get to 56? Well, we're going to count by 8 and see how many we get. So here's one section of 8, 2 sections of 8, there's 16, 3 sections of 8, 24, 4 sections of 8, 32, 5 sections of 8, 40, 6 sections of 8, 48, 7 sections of 8, 56. So how many bracelets can she make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She can make 7 bracelets. So 56 divided by 8 equals 7. All right, Max. He says that 20 objects can be separated into 4 equal groups. Mara says 20 objects can be separated into 5 equal groups. Who is correct? Well, let's see. Let's start with Max. Max, we're going to show him on this side, and then we'll show Mara on that side. Okay? So we're going to start with Max. Max says there are 20 objects, so that's our total, and they can be separated into 4 equal groups. So his math problem is 20 divided by 4, and he says there will be the same amount in each group. Well, let's check it out. We need 4 groups. Let's see what he gets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He got equal groups. How many are in each group? There are 5 in each group. Let's see if Mara has this is right. Mara says 20 objects can be separated into 5 equal groups. So her division problem is 20 divided by 5. What do you think? I'm thinking she might be right, but let's see. We need 5 groups this time. So let's break up our 20 into those 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So hers, 20 divided by 5 equals 4. So who's correct? They both are correct. Because they were able to get an equal amount in each group. an equal amount of objects in each group, because 4 times 5 equals 20 and 5 times 4 equals 20. Remember, those are the inverse operations, right? You can do it in either direction and you are going to get the same amount. All right, so you are going to do 6.1 for independent work. I'm going to have you skip number 4. I'm just double checking. I think everything else is good. Yep, everything else is good. So you just don't have to do number 4 for 6.1. So please complete 6.1, the black and white worksheet, and then either send me pictures or drop it off to me at school so that way I can grade it. All right, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.